Again, I call Jim Allister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I join in the best wishes to Edwin Poots at this difficult time for him and his family. In regard to this matter, violence is wrong. It always was wrong. Threats of violence are wrong and continue to be wrong. And I have been very clear, whereas this is an iniquitous, damaging, hateful protocol that is unstitching the union between Great Britain and Northern Ireland, it needs to and must be fought politically, and it is the failure of effective political action which opens the door to have other miscreants with wrongful motives fill a resulting vacuum. And I do have to say this. DAERA last night withdrew staff from the ports. If they had done that not in face of threats, but as a bold political move, saying we are not going to enforce the partition of the United Kingdom, then there would have been less scope for those to issue threats and make trouble to staff. And I think that is a lesson in itself. It's political action that's seen to be effective and determined, which is the best antidote to threats of this nature. But before people get too sanctimonious about this issue, let me just say to this House, the border between the EU and the United Kingdom is in the Irish Sea because of the threats of violence if it had been put in the place it should be. It was the implicit, nay, and sometimes explicit threats that violence would return to the island of Ireland if there ever was a border, such as it even would be, on the island of Ireland because of Brexit. So let people remember, some were happy to ride in the shadow of that threat, to force the border to the Irish Sea. And as for Sinn Féin, I take no lectures from a party which to this very day justifies the most heinous violence in the terrorist campaign of the IRA. So let's be clear. Violence can only sully a just cause. It has no contribution or the threat of it to make.
Members' time's
and
up.
it must be given no place, but instead
Members' time's
be
up.
faced with active political activity.
I call Philip McGuigan.
Can Collier, and can I thank Stuart Dixon for bringing the matter to the Chamber today, and can I also